it's Carol, and in today's video we're going to be making a little fabric book. Now this is not much to look at the moment, but we are going to turn this into a little just because book, and it's going to be like a storybook. So do join me and we'll get the base made today, okay? Now I've already cut my pages. These are my pages to go along with the philosophy of use what I've got. This is an old quilt that I am cutting up, and as you can see it's very old. It's very thin, but it will do for pages because obviously we're going to be stitching on top and putting more fabric on top, and we're also going to double them up anyway. If you want a bigger, thicker book, use thicker fabric. I did show you some really chunky ones that I've made, so you can use upholstery fabric for your pages, or you could use felt or some wadding of some kind, and that will make your book way chunkier, but I think it's going to be chunky enough. So my pages are cut to roughly 5 by 7, okay, which means that when I'm folding them in half, they're going to be 5 by 3.5. And I think that is a really cute. I haven't done one this size before, but that is a really cute size. You also need to cut out a piece that is 5 by something, 4 maybe. And this is for stitching your signatures into. And then you want like a cover. So I've done it out of the same fabric, and again 5 inches by, I mean I've got it at 10.5, 11, but we will trim down the edges, so we don't need that for now. I may change my mind on the cover once I've got my book made. I might think, oh, I want a different cover, but we'll see. So the first thing I'm going to do is put 2 pages together, because I've done this before. I've done this in a different video on my other channel, and this is the easiest way I know to make a book. There are different ways. This is just a way that I like to do mine. Now it doesn't matter whether you're back to front, inside out or upside down, because we're covering these are just our pages, okay? So use whatever you've got. Old pillowcases, you know, old clothes, and they can all be different. They don't need to be the same. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of pages, and of course 8 pieces of fabric. So I'm going to fold them all in half and finger press. You can iron them if you want to. My iron is downstairs, so we won't be doing that. I really must get myself like a little iron. Maybe I could get that with my voucher. I am umming and ahhing what to get. I just like so much stuff. But you know, you have to wait. Okay. So all we're going to do is stitch these to this centre. So what you're going to need is your spine as it is, and all I'm going to do is press this so I've got a centre just to work from for the first signature of 2 pages. So you've got 2 pages together, and again just going to press it down so I've got a centre line. Now you can, what I'm going to do is stitch just loosely. Big stitches is absolutely fine, right up the middle, to keep these 2 together and to give it double strength. So I'm also stitching with a doubled up thread with just ordinary cotton. It's not embroidery thread or anything. It's not string, it's not wool. You know me, I can never remember what anything's called. So we're going to just finish that a minute. So that will just hold those pages together while you stitch it. I don't think they're going to come apart anyway, but we'll do it properly. If you don't want to stitch up the centre, completely up to you. Okay, so our next step is to use the line that you've made and then stitch into your spine, as it were. So my centre is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come about 1/4 of an inch out, like that, and I'm going to back stitch all the way up. Now it needs to be, let me just get it straight, it needs to be quite a tough stitch. You need to like do a back stitch or a split stitch or something, or go up and down it, or if you are not a hand stitcher, you can do this bit on the machine. That's for added strength. But we're slow stitching, so we're doing it by hand. Speed is not the goal, is it? I've got a loop already. Doing well. There we go. That's the trouble when you have two threads. Sometimes it can get a bit what's the word? What one pulls through, the other one doesn't. I don't know what the word is for that. I'm sort of doing a cross between a back stitch and a split stitch. But you need quite a strong stitch because you are going to be putting quite a lot of stuff on the pages. Well, I know I am. Oh look, I've done it again. It's obviously the way I'm doing it. Am I still therefore? If you are not comfortable just going for it, then put a pin in it. That's fine. Why is it looping up? Somebody will tell me. Somebody will tell me. Let me just dangle it and see if I can. Is it tangled up? I don't know. Okay, and just back stitch your way all the way up. And all you're going to do is repeat this. Oh, that was a massive stitch, wasn't it? I'm doing ever so well here. I'll keep getting it all looped up. I just want to make sure that my page isn't going to come off. All the way to the top. I may have to come back and just do this little bit again because it's not quite at the top. But then I'm going to cut that there and then tie it because I haven't got enough to take my needle through. I will be going around the edge, obviously in the blanket stitch or some sort of stitch. So I'm just going to tie this like this because I haven't got enough on my needle. Let's just trim them off because I'm going to get them in the way. Okay, and take that. So that's our first page. Very wonky, as normal, in. And as you can see, it's in strong, even for me. And all you do then is put your next page in exactly the same way. So line it up, get your centre, rethread your needle, and what you want to do is then put this one another sort of 1/4 of an inch. Oh, you've got to sew down it. Once you've sewn down it, obviously, you know, stitch the centre together so you can see your line, and then you won't go too wonky. Probably still go a bit wonky, but you know, we don't mind, do we? And then what you do is you'll flip this over and do the same on this side. So that page will go there and this page will go next. Okay, I'm going to quickly do that and I'll come back and show you the next stage. Okay, phew, done it. So I've just done in my last one, and obviously it's a bit wonky, you know, it's gonna be. But you know me, I haven't managed to put it in straight. My lines are quite straight, they're very knotty. I don't know what was going on. But I'm not taking it out again, so we're gonna go with it. I've got enough. I just want to show you, you do not need to be perfect in these little books, okay? Perfection is very overrated. Okay, so I am going to go with this cover, but I might add to it. So we're going to go with it. And this is now going to be stitched onto here, okay? So what we need to do is to make sure that we've got enough. So this is why I've got extra. So all you do, let's use some pins, because I think that might be easier, just to show you, is, I know I've got one big one and one little one, doesn't matter, because we're going to be covering this up with a panel anyway. So, oh, you won't see any of this. So go over the other side. So all your pages are in. How cool are these? And then what you want to do is put this side down like that. It's a bit fiddly because I haven't got very much, but there you go. Okay, so once those are stitched down, you can see how your book is going to be, like this. And once we've filled it all in, it'll be a bit more substantial. It's a bit flippy floppy at the moment. So all you do, a bit more stitching. Right, we want to get this done though before the light goes. That's the trouble in the UK. The light is a nightmare. I don't like to stitch under artificial light. So I'm going quite close to my last page here. And I'm going to try and do this so you can actually see. Hopefully I'm not out of frame, because, you know, that's my favourite thing to do, isn't it? And I'm still doing like a back stitch. Sometimes I'll do a smaller one just to catch up, because I do tend to go a bit wobbly. I do go a bit wonky, but you know, we're okay with that, aren't we? We're okay with wonky. Ow! Pins. I'm going to have to hold it. So, just like this, we're going to come. I'm going to come down and I'm going to do like a back up the other side, so that, oh, catching on everything, so that you can, it holds itself in. So yeah, I've just been very peacefully watching YouTube while I've been stitching. I watched Caroline on the hillside, and I watched Jovi open her Christmas cards and her merry mail. So it's been very peaceful. Snowbell's asleep. It's always good when Snowbell's asleep. We don't want them meowing. The meowing. She's back not eating her dinner again today, which is very annoying. not, I'm going to do a little stitch because I don't know, I've got big again. I like to do my back stitches quite small. Yeah. And if you are a perfectionist, then obviously you can measure, you can mark, you can get it all perfect. Completely up to you. If you're like me and you just want to make something, then just go for it. So all the way up, which will fasten that down. And what I'm going to do, I think, is go across. I'm just going to flatten this right down. You can do an extra bit. That's the main one there. The rest of this doesn't need to be back stitched or big stitch, you know, really close together stitches, because it's not what do you call it, I was going to say structural but you know what I mean. It's like these ones are just holding this down because we're going to be adding pages into this book. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. You just got to make the book first. And I'm so looking forward to doing this. This is one of them projects, you know, I want to do. And we'll just go across here. Because this is all you need on this one. There we go. We'll do a little knot just here. As you can see, I've done a really close stitch there, back stitch, and that will hold my pages in that side, and I've just got to do the same. Right, so here we are, and we have the base of our little book. Oops, it's very floppy, but you can see how it is. So if you want to trim this page down now, I'm just because it looks weird, I'm going to take that little edge off. Right, it's hard to show you. So you've got your cover, you've got your pages, you've got a little hidden spine, and that is the start of your little fabric book. There are other ways to do it. You can just stitch straight in. We'll do that another day. I'm still getting threads coming off. Right, stop now, stop. So thanks for joining me, guys. Come back and see how we fill this up. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Ooh. And I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.